Hey, welcome back everybody to another tutorial video for Arma 3 and Exile server. In this episode, we will be installing InfiSTAR. I will make sure I will put the link in the description, and we got to go through this step by step. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and log out so you can see. So, I've already have an account with them. If you don't, sign up. Or if you have, actually, I don't know what sign up is, so I don't know. I mean, we can click on it real quick and find out, and it creates an account, but I already have an account, so we're just going to go back and we're going to log in. And then, all right, now you have to have a server registered with them to download any of this stuff. So to do that, click on add server, type in your server name. We're going to do this YouTube test server. As you can tell, I've done some trials just to make sure everything's working and got it working. And then Arma 3, and then your IP address. And here you put your port, and then your queue port, which would just be one number above. And then I leave this blank, and this, I think, is my port, but we're going to find out because I don't remember. Go into admin. And this is where you find it. Go into admin folder, BattleNet, BattleEye, sorry, and then here. And yep, that's the port. Wow, I should not doubt myself. Alright, then we click add folder. And now that's done, what we're going to do now is go back to download InfiSTAR. And because we're putting it on an Exile server, we're going to choose Exile. And now see how it turned green? And then also this one is the same thing, but I'm not going to be putting it on yet because I don't have, that's going to be for when I do Epoch. Alright, and then we download it, wait for it to download, it's downloaded. Now we're going to minimize this, come to my downloads folder, right click, unzip, and then what we're going to do now is, I got to go back into the server. Alright, we're going to do one thing at a time here. Alright, so BattleEye. On the server, we're going to go to admin. If you used mine and copied it and everything, this is how it's going to be. Then go into BattleEye, and then what you do is you convert, literally, copy, just edit all these photos, convert all the 5s and 7s to 1s. So all the 5s and 7s to 1s. And then you just copy and you paste it over. I've already done it, so I'm not going to. And then it'll rewrite all of this. And then you go back to the downloaded folder, and then you go into missions. All right, and then go to the server, go to missions, choose whichever mission. I'm going to choose this one because I like this map, so we're going to do it. And then delete the PBO. Now go into the file, and then in this area, go to descriptions. All right. And now because there's certain things we have to do, I'm going to tell you to open up the README file, go back to descriptions after you copy this area. I will make sure I put this in the description and where to put it. So we're going to copy this. I'm going to close this out. Go all the way down here in the descriptions, all the way to this area. We're going to highlight all of this up till the back part of that, and then hit copy and paste. Now, because I am particular about how things look, we are going to delete that, put it all there, and then after that's done, there's nothing else you need to change in here, so just hit save, exit, minimize. Nothing else we need to change in here, so we're going to copy and then paste them in. All right. And then go back in here, repack it, and there you go. Delete that folder, and let's move on to the next one. And then we're going to come back over here. We're going to go to the server folder, and then we're going to go into here, and then we're going to go into the folder here, and then you're going to come down to this one right here, the config, and then what we do in this one, we change all this password to whatever password you assigned. Well, for this video, it's just password. I'm going to copy that and paste it here in the admin because that's what I did on the other one too. And then pretty much just go through here, make sure, okay, right here, I like having a log folder for errors and stuff I can look at and read. So I'm going to copy that, paste it here, and then what I'm going to do too is I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go back to the main folder, and because I do not have that folder, I'm going to create the folder and label it that one. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to go back to the file. And right here where it says admin tag name. Now, if you want your Steam ID say admin and all that stuff, then what you want to do is you want to, sorry, I closed it wrong. You want to copy your Steam ID, and then we're going to go ahead and just do it. Put it in here. I don't want to start as normal player where I have to type in, exclamation point admin to log in. I'm not doing that, but I am going to give myself permissions. So we're going to copy and paste it here. Now in this area, this is the main one, and there's 3 different sections, like 1, 2, and 3 right here. See? Now in this one, you can take away stuff, and if you want your friends to have, change whatever you want them to be able to do here, or if you want them to have all the permissions, put them all up here. But make sure you do it pretty much like it is here and just highlight this area and paste their Steam ID in there. Now in this one here, take away whatever you want and then put their Steam IDs in here. Same for this one. Now I could get rid of those if I want to and just have one, which I'm just going to leave it alone for now. And here's where the message comes across. I can change all this if I want to, but I'm going to leave it alone. Same for this. If they type in exclamation point TS, if I had TeamSpeak, I can put it in here what the IP address is and they can log in. Same for if I had a website. Same for, admin. If they type in exclamation point admin, I can type up a message saying, like, you're not an admin, dummy. So contact us if you want to be an admin. There's a couple of hoops you're going to have to jump through, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. And right here's where you add in a bunch of chat stuff, chat commands. Here is the developer area. Here is your database stuff. Here is where you can whitelist people onto your server automatically, and I think it will kick other people off if a whitelister comes in. And if there's no room on your server, it'll automatically kick somebody off and allow them on. And here's where the escape menu, all the stuff pops up. You can change this if you want. I leave it alone. Alright, right here. Now, the server restart stuff, I'm going to turn this off because I already have my own thing. And I don't want it to override it. So we're just going to do that. And then here's where the enable to jump, enable peeing. And that is pretty much it for this. I mean, you can feel free to go through this thing and change whatever. Any zeros, if you want to activate it, needs to be turned to a 1. Any trues or falses, that if you want it, turn it to a true. Any trues that you don't want on, turn it to a false. And so on and so on. Alright, so we're going to close this. Close that, minimize this, and we're going to go back to add-ons right here, and then we're going to pack this file. We're going to pack it. Okay. Now we're going to delete the folder, and we're going to go back here, and now we're going to copy this part, and then we're going to paste it into here. All right. Now, next step is in your launch command. Because I'm using mine here, we're going to edit this file. This is where you put in InfiSTAR underline, or underscore, whatever that is, into your server mod. Add that into your server mod. All right. Sorry, getting a little froggy here. I had to drink some water. All right, next step. What we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, go back to my. Oh, all right. Now for your database. All right, for this part, additions for Exile, right here. All right, so to find that folder, go into your Exile server, into your extdb, and then your SQL custom version 2, and then that one. And you just pretty much take all of this right here, copy that, and paste it. And I do repeat, paste it at the very bottom, like right here. All right, and then save the file, exit out of it, and then for the database changes, open up your MySQL, open up the file, and I don't know why that did that, but oh, it's in downloads. Then we're going to the database, click on it, open it up, execute it, like right here. And then even though mine says it counts and it was all, blank because I've already have it in here. So it's already there. And here's what it looks like when it's done. It gives you ID, server name, blah, blah, blah. All right. And that is pretty much that for the database. So we're going to close the database. And then we're going to exit out of this. And that pretty much is the finish of this video. Alright, so double check everything. It's been added into the mission. We have it there. We have it in the launch command. We pack this up. Oh, there is one thing. Right here, the Arma file, the Arma log file. Now this is your key and everything. You want to make sure that, oh, I need to go to database, right here. So, click on this. Now, in this one, you want to make sure, right here under Download Version Client, click on the API access keys, and you want to make sure these match up. If not, you will get an error saying that you do not have rights to this copy. And that's pretty much how you fix that problem. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. I'm going to exit out of this. And we're going to close this out too. And then now what we're going to do is open up pretty much just start the server. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to close this out. And now we're going to wait for the server to do its thing. And then we'll wait for it to unlock. Unlocked. Now we're going to go into the game. Okay, we are in the server now. And what we're going to do now is go into server browser. And I need to... Did I save it? Nope. Okay. Go into Direct Connect. And I'm going... Oh, I did save it. Why is it not showing up under favorite? Okay, well, anyway. Now we're going to log in. We're going to join the server. And right down here in the bottom left where the notifications are, we should see a whole bunch of stuff pop up for InfiSTAR right there. That's how you know it's working. If all this is popping up, then InfiSTAR is going to work. We are going to... Yeah, why not parachute in right there? Alright. As you see, everything's going. I'm going to hit F1. InfiSTAR is working. Now I don't want to die, so... Now we're going to open up parachute, and we're going to go parachute in. In between the trees, don't get stuck. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to open up InfiSTAR and we're going to see if something actually spawns in. We're just going to spawn in. Spawn in the hunter. for the heck of it. Double click. There's the hunter. We're going to get in it, and we're going to drive around. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this video. I want to thank y'all for watching. Do me a favor, hit a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And also, if y'all have any tutorials y'all want me to do for Exile or any other servers, just, you know, send me a message through YouTube or whatever way y'all are watching this, and I'll get back to it. I'll get on it. All right. Thanks for watching.